Hey, welcome back to the Ziggy Zone. We're going to talk a little playoff action. The first round is finally over. Thank God. I want to say that it felt a little bit longer because most teams won in like 5 games or less. The first round, there was 3 sweeps. The Warriors over the Pelicans. Washington over the they're not called the Bullets. The Wizards. Oops. The Wizards over the Raptors. And the Cavaliers over the Celtics. So that's like a lot. Like nearly like half of the first round ended in sweeps. So the Atlanta Hawks went to 6 games with the Brooklyn Nets, and I felt like that was extreme. Atlanta was like the number one team in the East, but this playoff season, they're doing horrible. Like, to be the number one seed, like, it was no reason why 2 and 7, 2 swept 7, and 1 can't sweep 8. Like, it was very unnecessary for the Brooklyn Atlanta game to go 6 games. And honestly, I thought it had went 5 because I thought that they had won on like Wednesday or Thursday. So on Friday, I was like, oh, they're playing. Why? But that's neither here nor there. That's in my business. So Atlanta advanced, and then they played Washington Wizards. And lost today. Once again, you're the number one seed, and right now you're 4-3 in the playoffs. That is not a good look, being that they're either, I mean, if they win, they'll have to play either Chicago or Cleveland. Budenholzer, right, is his name? Budenholzer was named coach of the year. Or something like that, coach of the year. So I'm just like, really, sir? You can have like the best season ever, but if you can't produce in the playoffs, that is like a real problem. Like, just hands down a problem. It's no reason why Atlanta is playing the way that they are. And being that Washington, like, they swept the Raptors, like, with no problems. So I really hope Atlanta can pull it together, because if they advance to the next round, if they play Chicago or Cleveland, they're gonna get like eaten alive. Like, I hear Vince McMahon, his theme song, well, his walkout song, "No Chance." Like, I feel like Atlanta, their playoff run is slowly coming to an end. Like, they're on the decline. They're coming to an end. Chicago will play Cleveland on Monday. Chicago beat Milwaukee. And Milwaukee proved... Let me tell you how Chicago gives 0 Fs. So first they were up like 3-0 or something like that. And Milwaukee, which was a young team, and I said Milwaukee would give them a run for their money, they ended up winning 2 games. So I think it was like either 2-1 and then like 3-2 or something like that. I forget how that sequence went. But I think I want to say like Thursday or something like that. Like, Chicago obliterated the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, no lie, when I turned on the game, because it's East Coast, West Coast time, and I'm on the West Coast. What up? When I got home, turned on TV, the score was like 60 something to like 102. I'm going to say the score was like 66, 102, or like 62. Anyway, it was like 60 something. I didn't even watch the rest of the game. I was like, really? Chicago, like, I don't even care? I swear, the Milwaukee Bucks, between the beginning of the fourth quarter and the end of regulation, scored either 0 to 6 points. Because that final score was 66-106 or something like that. Or they got punched in the mouth. Like, Milwaukee, like, I mean, not Milwaukee, Chicago, like, took the life out of Milwaukee. But Milwaukee, they're a good young team. Jason Kidd had a 500 season. They had a really, hell, at this point, Milwaukee had a better playoff first round than the Atlanta Hawks, truth be told. I mean, that's how I see it. So I'm actually excited to see what Milwaukee will do next year. And like I said, Cleveland swept Boston, but no one's checking for Boston. So now Chicago and Cleveland will play. Kevin Love, broke his arm. So he's done for like 6 months, up to 6 months. It came out of the socket and then a ligament or something like that. So Kevin Love is done. And then J.R. Smith, Earl, I'm going to call him Earl because he just looked like a man named Earl. Earl, I think, is suspended 3 games. But that leaves Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Mike Miller, Iman Shumpert. It leaves Cleveland with some good people. It's not like, how much are they really missing without Earl and Kevin Love? Is my question. They have a solid bench of veterans, and Mike Miller will shoot the lights out, so he can get that 3. So I'm not really concerned. Chicago is a surprising team. Derrick Rose is back. Butler. Oh, I like Butler. He's a good little guy. I love Joakim Noah, his messy bun. But I'm not quite sure. They surprised me. I actually didn't expect Chicago to do that well, but apparently, I guess Pau Gasol. Yeah, because Marcus' brother. Pau Gasol, I think, really helped that team out. So, yeah. I can see this Cleveland-Chicago series going to 7. Yeah, I can see that. So, but we'll see. They play later on in the week. Moving over to the West, the Spurs got eliminated by the Clippers. Well, the defending champions. I didn't see the press conference, but I'm sure Pop was PO. Pop is my favorite person ever to watch in a post-game conference. Earlier in the week, he hit the reporters with a reporter asked the question. He was like this: how about I give y'all a statement because y'all questions are stupid? Who does that? He really was like, y'all questions is dumb. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna just give a statement. Pop is so official with it. I love watching his post games, and I know he was pissed off because the last it was 1 second left at the clock. LA was up 2, and for the inbound play for the Spurs, as soon I don't even think they threw the ball in, but whoever's on the buzzer buzzed it the game is over. Pop was like, what the fuck? He was pissed off. Classic Pop. I was like, ooh, he mad. 1 second left. Obviously, Spurs lost. But that was a series. That, no lie, was the best series in round 1. Just because you talk about 2 really good teams. And the way they fought, the way they both had to win in each other's home court to get to game 6. Amazing. Proud of Clippers. I really wanted the Clippers to win if it's over. You know what I mean? I like the Clippers when they're not playing the Warriors. So hey. But another thing this Clippers win did for me was took the Spurs out of it because the Spurs. Pop is a genius. The fact I'm happy they are out of it because at any point the Spurs can kick it and you be like, what the F? We just lost. So it takes the Spurs out of it, and I think that because I really want the Warriors to advance, that the competition coming out of the West, the Warriors now have a greater chance since they don't have to go up against the Spurs. So that was that. I think Tim Duncan might be retiring if he will be. He's 38, 39. He has a wonderful legacy, so it's nothing to feel bad about. You win some, you lose some, So that's that. Houston beat the Dallas Mavericks, whatever, 4-1. So the Clippers and the Rockets is set to take to fight. See where my mind is thinking about the fight. Right, they're set to play Monday. They're set to play Monday. So we'll see how that looks. That is an interesting matchup, one that I'm really excited to see. Can't tell who's going to win. Sorry. It's 50-50. The Clippers are really getting some mileage to this Texas. I mean, first day it was in San Antonio, then they'll be going back from LA to Dallas. Good thing it's only like a 3.5 hour flight from LA to, Texas. So that's good for them. And they're used to like that time travel. Memphis beat Portland 4-1. I appreciate Damian Lillard because he was like, listen, have some pride. Like, don't get swept. Portland had a lot of injuries, which is unfortunate because they're really a good team. Like, they're a really promising team. But, at the end of the day, they just couldn't hang. So Memphis won. They advanced. Warriors, like I said, swept the Pelicans. And so they played the Memphis Grizzlies today. And won, of course. Now, I wasn't able to watch this game. I had some other events that took me away, which made me sad. However, Xfinity, I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all streaming service together because there's no reason why y'all should have on y'all Xfinity to go app watch the game live and I click it and so it's an error. I'm sorry, I tried to watch the game, couldn't watch it on my iPad, couldn't watch it on my phone, couldn't watch it nowhere. I was kind of upset about that. So Xfinity, Comcast, I'm calling y'all out. Figure that out because the next time I'm not in front of my TV or at home, I'm gonna need to watch it on my phone or my iPad. Like, I carry it around just for that. But anyway, Warriors won like I thought. I know that there's some injuries going on in Memphis, but I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I never want to say, oh, Warriors is about to blast everybody. That's rude. That's disrespectful because obviously they advanced. Hell, they beat Portland 4-1. So will I give Memphis any games? I'll give them no more than 2. So the max I see this going is 6 games. I prefer it go to 4 or 5, but that's neither here nor there. Really neutralizing Gasol and Zebo. I was gonna call him Debo. Oops, sorry. Really neutralizing Gasol and Zach Randolph would be really important. If those 2 guys can be contained in the paint, that'll be fine. I trust Clay with the perimeter. I give Memphis maybe 2 games. I don't think they're getting any at Oracle. I lied. They get 1 game. They get 1 game at home. Because the Warriors is going to win the next game at home. Then they're going to go to Memphis. And the Warriors might split that. And then come back home and win. So, the only way I can see it going, the only way they can get a second game is if when they come back to Oracle, the Grizzlies get that game. But, yeah, anyway. So, we'll see. It's a lot of fun, exciting action. The winner of each of these will go into their conference finals. We're getting closer. We're in May. So, come the end of May, June, we have the finals coming. So, this is the Ziggy Zone. Glad you're able to tune in, talk a little basketball. And I'll see you next time.